Well, believe me, this is my guest. Come inside. You're going to catwalk because you're beautiful, you are plus size, and you are, yeah, come around. I do this to my guests all the time. Hey, check out this babe. Okay, step down, come down. You know, until a few minutes ago, I didn't know that this lady, her name is actually Omotunde. Trust me, it's not as if I didn't do my homework. I've always called her Lola because Lolo, close to Lola.
Yeah.
But Lolo is what's giving you fame.
Yeah, I guess.
I know other things, that you're a lawyer. I knew that one before. I also know that you're a mother of 4. I knew that one before. I also know that you were a broadcaster with FRCN.
Yes.
So you do speak Queen's English.
Yes, I do.
How did Pidgin find you? Or did you find Pidgin?
I guess he found me because when Wazobia started, I wasn't...
That's the radio station that she
Yeah,
works
the
for.
radio station I work with. That's where I first really wanted to use Pidgin like commercially or use it for anything.
But did you speak Pidgin, like he just said, the research? Because you grew up in Isolo.
Yes, I grew up in Isolo, but the thing is, Pidgin has always been around us. The only reason why a lot of people don't speak it is because you don't really use it. But if you have to, everybody, I tell everyone that we all have a level of it inside of us. It just depends on where you're from. So there's Pidgin particular to everybody. If you hear an Ijebu man speak Pidgin, there's a bit of his language inside of it.
Oh, you're an Ijebu girl.
I'm an Ijebu
Pidgin is
girl.
like Warri Pidgin. Do you agree?
Yeah, yes.
Did you acquire it?
Well, everything can be acquired. If you're interested in something, you grow in it. And Lagos is more diverse. I've always stayed in Lagos. I didn't live in Warri or anywhere. Even if I did go there, I just passed by. It wasn't like I stayed there enough to learn. But Lagos is so diverse that you can learn as many things as you want on the streets. The street is so rich. It's a potpourri of everything. Everywhere you go, you see Yoruba people speaking Pidgin. You hear Igbo people speaking Pidgin. You hear Hausa people speaking some form of Pidgin. And you can pick bits and pieces out of it and, you know, make it your own.
Now, do you feel a sense of, when you started, for example, that, okay, I'm not quite, you know, Pidgin is not quite tush enough, and you were a bit shy on the streets if people spoke to you?
Well, in the initial times, it was new. There was nothing to be shy about because you were at the forefront of something that was going to become bigger. Because anything that has value would grow. Initially, it was like, okay, we're all trying. The first thing that was most challenging is what kind of Pidgin do I want to project? Because if you speak Warri Pidgin and you're not Warri, you know, Warri Pidgin has his own sound. It's a rhythmic thing. He has his own, it's Warri based. He has his own influence of the language of the people. So if you want to go that way, if you really are not from Warri, there's some of their slangs that you know here. And they'll say it, but you'd have to like, okay, what's that one mean? I won't go pash, I won't go pes. You go like, okay, what's me that one? But I had to find like something that is not Yoruba, is not Igbo, but Pidgin that everybody can understand.
Okay, so that people don't think we are crazy. Why are we talking about Pidgin? The reason I chose to do this, Ali put something out recently. I mean, people, they say Pidgin is nothing, blah, blah, blah. You know, when I speak Pidgin, some people say, so they speak Pidgin.
Like it's something
you like it's something raz. You know what I mean? And I don't care, because that's the language eventually that my kids and I can communicate in abroad. You know when you want gist for road,
yeah,
I want Koso Igbo. You know, go fit speak, since we're not getting other things. So I'm thinking, can Pidgin be our lingua franca? Eh?
It actually is, it's just not official.
Okay.
Yes, I agree.
It actually is, it's just not official because Pidgin, it's just like Yoruba. You know, Yoruba, the Lagos Yoruba is like the Pidgin Yoruba.
Yeah.
Yes, because the person who speaks Ijebu can understand it. The person who speaks Egba, the Egun, the Ilajes, and those could understand it. But there are other different kinds of Yoruba that people speak that you will not even understand. I listened to two people speaking something from Ogbomoso side, and then AY's people, Ondo, they have this Yoruba they were speaking. I was like, which Yoruba is this? So I said, so you now find that all of these people have found a common ground and communication tool in the Yoruba language in Lagos. That's Lagos Yoruba. That's the same thing with Pidgin English. Because you can't speak the English like they speak it there, we find a way to bridge the gap. And so, like she said, the Pidgin in Warri is the conch Pidgin. The
what
concentrated
is conch, by the way?
Concentrated. Okay, now, in Warri, it gets to a point where we take a word and cut out what is not necessary.
E.g.
Conk. As in concentrated.
Yeah.
There's no need to put the rest of them. Like when somebody says, are they hung?
What's that?
I'm hungry.
Are they hungry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's no need to put it, because if you say hung, it means that the hunger is serious. Yeah. When you say hungry, they never catch you. But when you say, then when it gets to you, you say, man, are they H? So,
so they like to cut things short.
We like to cut things short. Like the word, you know, you've heard that, oh, when police come, everybody va.
Yeah.
Right?
Vamoose.
That's vamoose.
Yeah.
But they've cut out the moose. There's no need, because when you are vying, there's no need to look for the complete word. So you just say
take off as quickly as possible.
So what it is that it's a response to communication, to the essence of communication. People need to communicate and speak. Where are you going? Is the Queen's English, or where they go?
Where they go?
It just makes it easier for people to understand. So people on the streets don't need to own proper education to speak it.
To speak it.
So it's an access card for everybody.
So Pidgin is a good thing, but I just wonder, do you think it's something that government can take on?
Actually, I actually think that making it a lingua franca is not something really bad. I have younger children, and unfortunately, they all speak Pidgin excellently.
By chance?
Well, they listen to me, and in fact, maybe they'll just say they're their mother's fan, but around them, I have a help they have to communicate with, I have my guard they have to talk to, and they all speak Pidgin excellently. And I found out I didn't affect their English when they need to communicate in English. In fact, they speak better Pidgin than they speak Yoruba. 2 of my children cannot speak Yoruba, but 2 of them, the other older ones, can speak Yoruba. So if that is happening among children, so why can't we really speak it generally? Must we make everything like, put it like Raz? Now everybody communicates in Pidgin. Whether you're a driver, anywhere you need to communicate, and you know that, okay, the people here are probably not at the same educational level that I am in, and you need to communicate. You would have to speak something, and Pidgin just comes to you readily.
And it's easy to learn.
Very.
But again, I'm hearing from both of you that are different kinds of Pidgin. I know that. So I'll take a short break, and when I come back from that break, I want us to try to attempt to explain to people why language can actually unify with personal examples. I'll be right back with my guests on Seriously Speaking.